Ready. Hi, everyone. It's Rita. I'm going to switch my camera. Hi. So here we go. Hi. Hello. All right, teddy bear. Teddy bear's going bonkers. Hi, everyone. You got to see me, and I didn't brush my hair this morning. That's what I love about these videos. I don't have to show my face. You guys know I'm here, and we're just going to get down to business. Don't have to be all, movie star stuff. Hi. Yay. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Linda. Hi, Renee. Hi, Cynthia. Good morning. There's Leilani. Hi, Christine. Good morning to all of my friends. Hi, Tamra. I'm going to give people, because there's still people that are sending me emails saying, Rita, where are you? I miss you over on Facebook. Are you not doing it? Are you sick or anything? So I'm going to give them a couple minutes to get here. All right, from New Jersey. Is it nice and cold in New Jersey too? Hi, Lisa. Hi, Elizabeth. It's super cold here today. Had to put on the sweater and walk the dogs. And this last night they were all cuddled up because they wanted the warmth of a body. Yeah, it's very cold. Very cold. And so, yes. How is everyone? Good morning. From Virginia. Hi, Nwane. Okay. Hi, Southern Utah. It must be cold. Very cold. Sandra, you are in Carolina? I forget. 70 in Florida. That's like the perfect weather, right? I love the cold too. Super cold. Yeah. I don't know if it froze last night, but it did get pretty high up there. Low, I should say. Low down there. Anyway, I'll just chit chat for a second. Today we're going to be doing a pop-up card that is like a hexagon pop-up card right here. This is one example that I got. I hope you were able to pick it up if you wanted to do this. But what are you chewing on? No! Oh, Benji chewing on a roll of vinyl, a big roll of black vinyl that I had. It's too close. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Okay, sorry. He was chewing on this vinyl, and it's like $30 worth of vinyl at least. So, anyway, he loves to craft. Don't you love to craft? You love to craft. Okay, so for everyone, South Carolina, good morning from Charleston. Montana 37, yikes. British Columbia, Ardeen, I put that card in my cart for $1. By the time I got ready, it was $3. I am sorry. I tried to give everybody a heads up on it. It's worth it for $3 if you make at least one, I think. If you make at least two, which I always make more than one. It's a really interesting card. I think it's pretty top heavy, and there are a few things that I changed about it, but I think I still need some adjusting. So this is how I did it originally. Thank you, Shirley. So this is how I did it originally, but I found it very floppy, but it folded well, like this. But so then I got all like, I'm going to make these things less floppy, but I think I made it too heavy on the top because now it's having a hard time closing. And then when it opens, it doesn't like sit right up here. So we'll fiddle with that. I also added an inscription on the back, and we'll talk about that too. So before we get started on the project, I just wanted to let you know that we've got a few things going on. Our November giveaway, which is for a Cricut Mug Press and $50 worth of Infusible Ink. It's a $250 value given by Cricut. Thank you, Cricut. My friends over at Cricut. It is all working now. So you have to go to the Rafflecopter link after you've subscribed and followed. And if you've already subscribed on YouTube and followed on Facebook, then simply share, like, comment, do all those great things, and get your name in every single day for the entire 16 days. So it's 16 days, a few more days this time than last time. And I am reserving the announcement for the 20th when we're having our big Zoom call where we're going to have a card making blitz. We are doing a card making blitz with you, the watchers. I haven't figured out how to do it yet. Sorry. I haven't figured out how we're going to do it, but we are doing it, man. We are going to have a card making blitz on the 20th, and it's going to be, I think we should do it like sort of mid-afternoon through the early evening, because we're going to need time. We're going to be making a lot of cards. We're going to get ready. If we haven't already been preparing, this is sort of like the Black Friday of your card making, and maybe it'll become an annual event. Who knows? But so we will announce the winner on Saturday. Yeah. I don't think it's you getting old. I think it's just getting cold. Yes. Oh, it's your birthday month, Linda. So my suggestion to you is, first of all, this, the Rafflecopter type giveaways is completely objective. So the way to win it, if you want to be a math geek about it, is to get your name in every single day, twice a day. And you can do that if you start today. And then you'd end up with 32 entries. If you start today and do it every single day for the 16 days, you'd have 32 entries. Now, I think some people start off strong and then they forget, or some people don't see it until the last minute and then they come. So this is for you guys that are watching right now on today, Wednesday, as you're on notice that it starts today, and I'm going to post the link after the show, and you can win it. My friend over at Create and Escape in Peabody is doing a Rafflecopter, and I have yet to post the link, but it is live. So her request is that I will post the link, but her request is that you follow her and like her page on Facebook, and you could be a winner of a beautiful 12 by 12 framed fall artwork. And I think her thing is only going to go for a couple more days. So I will post the link and you can get over there and follow her. She's great. And I had a meeting with her yesterday. We talked about a bunch of different things. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but we are hoping at the beginning of the year to do something big, like big. So you guys are going to want to be following us is the point that I'm trying to make. This is a big deal. And you're going to want to say, we knew those ladies when. Plus, you'll be supporting two women-owned businesses. And that's important. That's important. So thank you for all of the likes and comments and follows, and share with your friends. I am trying to reach a goal of 20,000 YouTube followers by the end of the year. I'm at like 16 and a half. So hopefully the switch over to YouTube is going to increase those likes. So anyway, also this week is packed. Today we're doing the turkey pop-up. Tomorrow we are working with a scrapbook collection, which if you've been watching me, you might know that I like to pick up the scrapbook kits or collections, and this is the one that we're going to be using as an example, but you don't have to use this one. It's just this one is the one. So this one is from Carta Bella. It's called Dear Santa. But if you have any of them, bring the kit, and I'm going to show you how to make cards from this kit. A lot of times people are like, okay, I got the kit now, Rita, what do I do with it? And there are all kinds of cards that you can do with it, and you can also even incorporate the stickers. And I'm going to give you a couple of basic layouts that I like, and then you can just go ahead and make them. One of them is a card that I designed, and I think a couple others are going to be from Laurie Whitlock, just because. So I wanted to show you like kind of the ability of using those kits. So a lot of people go out and they buy solid cardstock, which is great, but they often complain not having enough patterned paper. And so this is a way for you to start seeing how, when you're making cards, like how to incorporate patterned paper in with solids. I still use solids. I use solids all the time, but I like to use patterned paper as sort of an offset. It really changes the look of the card, gives it a very polished look, very professional. So, and I'm also going to show you how to incorporate two patterns from the same set. It's going to be fun. I think we'll have fun with it. Then Friday is Freebie Friday. So we're back to Freebie Friday, and we are doing a tea light card, a turkey tea light card. That's from Dreaming Tree. If you want, you can go and pick that up already. It's free. It's at 3dsvg.com, and it's under the free files. It's a turkey. That reminds me, I have to get googly eyes. So it's under the free files, and I think it's sort of in a bit because it's been around a little while, but it's still pretty awesome. So I have no qualms with redoing files that have been around. As you guys know, here it is. It's called the Turkey Tea Light Card. It's on page 8 of the freebies, and it's free. So download that. You'll need that to cut it out. So to find my Facebook, if for anybody that's on Facebook, you can find my Facebook by typing in Miss Rita to the Rescue in that search bar of Facebook. But then we also have groups. So this is a little confusing for some people, but the way that Facebook has set up these businesses, I don't think it was intended to be, a place for businesses, but it has grown to that. And so I find that the best way to really follow somebody is to join a group, and particularly a group by them. So I think Melody has her own groups. I have my own groups. I've had a lot of groups over the years. The one that I like the most, that I spend the most time in, is called Cricut Chat with Miss Rita group. I think that's the title. So hi, Susan. Oh, Susan's got to go. So that's the rundown. For the rest of the week. Saturday night, we're doing something from Dreaming Tree called the Googly Gobbler. And then on Sunday, we'll be back in the shop at Create and Escape with Wendy to talk about I always want to call it an ogre. What is the gnome? A gnome. I always want to call it an ogre or something like that, but it's a gnome. It's a gnome, like interchangeable sign, and you will be able to buy kits from Wendy, or you can buy a completed set if you wanted to. If you didn't want to go through the hassle, you can buy the completed set. She's working on that this week. Okay, I think that's it for announcements. Oh, one little personal note. My mom, she had a little upset last night at 3 a.m, but thankfully, because she is living where she's living, she was able to just pull the little cord, and they came running to her aid, and she was having a little trouble getting out of bed, and she was they thought maybe she had a stroke, but she didn't. She was just confused. And so, yay. So it's paying off having her in that place where it has all of those special things to help her, which I'm so happy about. She is loving that place, and so are we now. The other thing is that my brother-in-law, I heard about this very early this morning. He is still in the hospital. He has that trach. But last night he did open his eyes and communicate with my sister. So they feel like he did turn the corner. He's lost like 40 pounds. So listen, he did not get his shots. So if you're a holdout on the shots, I would say, hey, people can still get COVID, sure, but this was bad. I mean, he's been in the hospital now for close to a month. And he's been sick definitely over a month. So that's, yeah, Mom is very happy. She had to go. And the one thing I had forgotten, I don't know why I've forgotten this, but so Mom's place is in Beverly, and one of the best independent hospitals in Massachusetts has the best hospitals, first of all. They just do. But one of the best independent hospitals on the North Shore, I think there's only 2 left. One is Addison Gilbert in Gloucester, and then the other one is Beverly Hospital, which she's in Beverly. And Beverly Hospital is great. My cousin works there. She works at the birthing center. Fabulous, fabulous hospital. And I forgot that they were so close. So that was like a definite plus. So my sister did have to get up very early, like 4 a.m. to go check her out. So the quick response, yeah. Awesome. All right. So let's get started. So today I wanted to do this pop-up card. Let's see. Where is it? Okay. So the one that I chose was from myscrapchick.com. But it was on sale for $1, but now I think it's $2, although someone just said 3, but it's called a turkey pop-up, and you can search for it if you haven't gotten it already. So, turkey pop-up, okay? Now, there it is. I will tell you that, and this is no diss to the person that created it, because honestly, it is very hard to do videos. I don't know people understand how hard it is to do a video, especially if you're not engaging with people like I do with live chat, right? So I tried to watch this video several times, and I got so confused. I think she changed the file after the fact, which is what kind of confused me. And I ended up with a lot of these extra pieces. So I'm going to show you what to do with those extra pieces, and hopefully it won't be as confusing for you as it was for me. So what you're going to do is find the file, and you have to purchase it. It is a paid file. Oh, it is $3. So you would add it to your cart, and you would create a login. I'm trying to remember what my login is. I think it's this. Okay, remembered my password. So once you have logged in and paid for the file, you would go to your downloads right here, your downloads, and you would find your past orders or whatever orders you have. So let's see if I can't find my turkey one. I got a hedgehog one. Maybe I should do the hedgehog. But I did also get the turkey one. So where is it? Where is it? I've got a lot of really cute cards. Look at that one. That one's a mushroom. I buy so many card files. I don't often do them all. I was looking. There's another one, the polar bear. Anyway, so let's just pretend like this one's the turkey. So you're going to click on this thing that says zip, right? And you'll notice that there was like a little bug that flew up there. That's going to my downloads file. And I'm working on a Mac. It might be different on your computer. It's also slightly different on iPads, but it can be done. Um, but without the, yes, Shirley, I agree. So, so once you do that, you want to check in your downloads that it's there. And if it's still zipped, you have to unzip it. But mine automatically zips. So here is the one that we're talking about. This one is the polar bear one. But I'm just trying to see where my turkey one went off to. It's around here somewhere. Anyway, so then you're going to go to Cricut and start with a new canvas. Then you're going to upload. And I want to show you these uploads because there are 2 of them, okay? So when I first uploaded this, I was like, this is half the file because I wasn't looking. And so I want to make sure that you do upload both, okay? So go to upload, do upload image, browse, and you want to go to your downloads. And I promise you, in the new year, I'm going to be so organized. I'm going to be so organized. Yay. And it won't be all this fumbling around. So I apologize for that. Okay. So MSC, My Scrap Chick, is the file. I want to make sure that I can find it. MSC, Pumpkin, Hocus Pocus, Polar Bear, Haunted House, Gobble Gobble. I don't see it. So that means maybe I moved it. Let's see if it's under here. MSC, come on, bud. Don't do this to me. All right, I don't know where it is. So let's. Sorry, guys. I feel like I'm all there, and then I forget something. Okay, so let's look at the polar bear that I did, okay? So when you open up one of the files, you're going to see a lot of folders. The one that you want to go for is the one that's labeled SVG. And so here we go, SVG. And in this case, it's all on one SVG. In the turkey one, it's on 2. Okay. And so make sure you double check and you import all of the SVGs, okay? It's sort of like if you bought that Hocus Pocus one, the other one was a PNG, but yeah, so there we go. So there it is, and we're going to bring it into our canvas. So by clicking on it and then add to canvas. Now, the interesting thing about this company, My Scrap Chick, it's really a collection of scrap chick, is that not all of the, I always tell you, oh, anything that comes from outside has to be attached, but not all of them need to be attached that I've noticed, but these ones do. So you're going to find the pieces that have tabs on them, and these are big files, and the biggest one that has the tab on it is our main piece, this one, and you'll notice it has a lot of these dashed cut lines that are serving as tabs. So make sure that you are attaching those. So in this case, we're attaching this one and then these 2, okay? So I'm gonna switch over to my my actual my actual turkey one, because I want to be talking about the same file. So I'm going to hit turkey. All right. So, so here it is, My Scrap Chick Turkey Thanksgiving. All right. No, teddy bear. We were up and out early this morning because my sister woke me up early, but he sits at the door, and if he even sees a squirrel, he's barking. All right. You think he was like some ferocious beast. Okay. So there is the base. Okay. I changed it. It was supposed to be yellow. I changed it to my favorite jade green. And then what you'll notice here, I just want to move all these pieces. Let's go align, center, and go back to 100%. Okay. All right. So what you'll notice is there's a lot of duplication here. And the first time I put it together, having watched the video, there was no mention of why there were duplicate files here. So I ended up with duplicates, like leftovers. And so I didn't know what I was doing. And I'm like, why is this card so wobbly? And it's because that these pieces have to be doubled up so that they'll stand tall. This is a very tall card. Well, of course, since I doubled these up, I kind of went a little overboard and like almost tripled it up in one case. So that you just need to work. We'll do it. I'm sure I'll get it right with the third time I do it. As far as this white piece goes, this is supposed to be the place where you stamp or write a sentiment or something. So I figured, hey, let's go back and use our vinyl and do this sentiment. I found this one, turkey and pie. I mean, it's the turkey is holding a piece of pie. And so, and I figure you're sending it to your friends. So turkey pie and friends oh my seems like a really appropriate thing. So I did cut this out. That's an addition to it. Also, when you're watching the assembly video, there are some pieces that are missing in her assembly, including the wattle. So I am going to show you how to put on the wattle. So without further ado, let me show you how this goes together and what I did to make changes and everything, okay? All right, so let's move you down. I don't think we need to cut this out. It's just gonna waste time. You guys know how to cut stuff out, right? So again, this is a file. It's very tall. I'd say it's like 7 inches tall. Well, 6 at least. No, close to 7, the tallest point, right? And it is a Hexagon pop-up. So these are real new. You're going to find them everywhere. Laurie has a bunch. I've seen Dreamy Tree has a bunch. And this, my scrap chick, but you'll see them everywhere. And they're really not that difficult, though they look sort of difficult. So the main thing is that you have this piece, and it's all one piece, and I'm going to show you how to fold it and put it together. And then you have these little sort of inserts that you're putting in and gluing in. So that's the only thing that gets a little tricky is the gluing. So let's go ahead and put this together. I have all my pieces, and I'm also going to do my vinyl. So the main pieces are this. And that's, I cut out 2 of them. And then here are the big, like feathery, all the feathers in the head and stuff. Now, let me talk about this because I think I used too thin paper on the base. I was using this, which is Cricut paper, and you notice that it's sort of pebbled and textured. And I think that that's better to use than this, which is a nice smooth cardstock, but it's not nearly as thick. So if, for instance, you picked up some, let's say, basil paper that is like the 100-pound variety, or you have some paper that is thicker, you're going to want to choose that for the base because this is a very heavy card when you do it correctly. Okay, so here's the base, and you'll notice that there are tabs all here. So you're gonna want to just fold all of these, right? Now on here there are these 4 tabs as well. I'm going to show you how to do that, but just make sure you're folding them all. Okay. And then to start off with, this is the right side. I'm just deciding it's the right side. And then I'm going to take these pieces of, this is from Echo Park Paper Company, I believe. It's called, oh man, I saved it because I wanted to tell you what it was. I don't know. It was, I'll find out and I'll tell you what it was. So these little pieces, they come in as solid, but you can just swap out whatever you want. Also, originally it was to be cut out in this yellow. That's why I wanted to switch to this blue-ish green, but I picked the wrong paper, and I think that's what caused some of my problem. So we're gonna put all of these pieces on here. This is just decorative, but it's important. And I love these colors with Thanksgiving colors or fall colors. That little blue just makes it pop. I call it blue. It's a green, that little like bluish green, jade, whatever you want to call it. It does make it pop. But, you know, if you had a choice between this a color and thickness, I would go with the thickness on this one, okay? And so put all these little pieces on. Then we're gonna flip it over. If you're having trouble, you can also fold this like this so you can see where the tab is. It might make it easier for you to place it down, okay? So we're going to glue this on. Make sure they're all on there, great. Flip it over, and you see these kind of weird looking tabs. There's like two dash lines. So we want them to fold in like this. And so we want them to stay there. That's also for stability. So we're going to put glue right there, here on that little tabby thing. What do you call it? It's like a section. And make sure you hold it so that it's going to stay. Now this is okay. All right. But we want the tab to be glued into the inside of that. It's just for strength, okay? So give it a second to grab, and you might have to hold it for more than a second. So be patient, because this part is important. Okay, so once you get this all glued down, you are going to want to give it a second to glue down, and then maybe put it aside and start working on your pieces, your pop-up pieces. But the way this is going to fold, and the way that you're going to want it, is that it almost becomes like the bottom of an ice skate before you put the blade. Remember those double skates with the blades? That's what it looks like to me. So you're going to want to fold it like this, and this is how you're going to glue it. Put enough. And if you have to, put a book on it, whatever, or put a little bit more glue and then put it aside, okay? So there are 3 inserts for this. You've got your brown that has in the back the space for writing. Then there's a pumpkin that has a yellow yellow covering. I actually cut it out in a patterned paper on one. And then you've got the third one, which is the turkey. So let's just do the big ones, get that out of the way. So originally when I cut this out, I only cut it out as a single. But it did have this on it, so I thought that it was going to be okay. So I think I would double up on this just to be on the safe side. So there are 2 pieces, and they both have tabs at the bottom. And we're going to glue them together. Whoop. Come on. Whoops, 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 whoops. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Okay. And we're going to glue these, but they do have tabs on the bottom, and I would recommend not gluing that part, okay? So leave the tabs loose, because then we're going to slip it in and we're going to glue them to the base of the card, all right? So I didn't put this on correctly. All right. And if you want to, it's optional. You can take and put this on the back. For your sentiment. So that's going to face the back of the card. And while I was at it, I thought, okay, let's do a sentiment. This is what I ended up. And I did do it in vinyl, so I thought I would show you how that weeds. Actually weeds pretty nicely. I cut it out. I always cut my vinyl with a more setting. I cut it on the regular setting, but then I cut it out under more. And then I usually weed out the insides of the letters, the ones that I find anyway. Sometimes I miss them. Do the ones that, and I think this is maybe in my head, but I think that this helps with releasing the tension on the tape. That's just my opinion. All right. And then what I do is, because I'm working with glue, it has a lot of glue all around. So I just kind of press it down like this. And I take this corner. I'm starting at the top. I start top left, but if you're a lefty, you might start the other way. And I'm starting to pull it, and then I'm using my my weeding tool to sort of just, I want to just help it along. Oops, and I kind of messed up that little one there. Okay, so where there are these, you know, ups and downs in the letters, you kind of have to give it a little bit of oomph, you know. So this here, get down, okay. And if you have a letter that's not coming full all the way, like this N, you can use that like this, okay? All right. Of course, it doesn't do it right when I'm on live camera, but I did successfully do this twice. There you go. And I'm going to decide to take this part off, okay? And friends, there we go. Pull this. And oh my. All right. Oops. There's no dot. There it is. Okay. And then you're going to put transfer tape on top. Then you, which is what this is, has transfer tape. You're going to burnish it. Sorry. So burnish it like this. Do it really well. Really good. And you can flip it over and roll off the back of that tape. You do actually get better at this as you do more. So if you're struggling with this, don't kick yourself, because it does actually get easier. At least it did for me. I don't know. It's sort of like riding a bike, you know. It's like it feels awkward at first, but then once you sort of get to doing it, it's not bad. All right, so here we go. All right. So there's my saying. I would suggest you do this before you put the card together, okay? So this is where I want it. I'm not pressing all the way down because I don't want to pull up any of the top of the actual cardstock. All right, so there's that. So this is the actual front side you're going to see, and this is the back, and it's double, so it's thicker. The next up is the pumpkin one, and I did double this one up, but now I'm having second thoughts. So, and because the the original person didn't really say. I think what we'll do is we'll just use that piece, which I cut out in this patterned paper, as the as sort of like a stay in the card, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. Makes, you know, we'll try it. You got to keep trying all these different things. Yes, that's right, Eileen. Especially in your neck of the woods, you want to keep vinyl away from heat, because think about it, it's adhesive. So you do want to keep it away from the heat of the sun, or near a heat register or something like that, because the heat can actually melt and then harden, and then it becomes a little bit difficult. Okay, so those are our two things, pretty easy. Then we have the actual turkey head, which is a really unfortunate looking piece, and which I doubled up right here. And then you've got his head. So there's the head. And I'm going to, before I glue it on here, I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue around the eyes, but not like too close. Take this little square and cover it, just black square, and cover it like that. And so you can see that's how you do, right, David got my joke. And so here we go. I just keep looking at it and going, yeah. So then we're going to cover up that black piece by putting this on here. All right. So there is that. Now let's do a little bit of his face. So we've got just a tiny little beak and his waddle. So the way I've always done the waddle is it's like right up at the top of the beak, because it's like, it's actually underneath it. So I'm going to put the waddle on first. Like that. And if you wanted to, you could give him like little, you know, chapped cheeks, like rouged cheeks or something if you wanted to. But I'm okay with the way he looks like that. All right. They are also, he's holding the pie. So he needs to have hands. And here are his hands, and here are his legs. And so these are the hands, these are the legs. Now let's talk about the pie. So the pie is cut from, so I'm going to use this pie. And I actually used this piece here. And to give it dimension, which I thought was really clever, is by adding this piece on the top. And then it gives it that dimension. And oh, don't forget, we need the whipped cream. So we're going to glue that together. There we go. And this, make sure you're putting it on the correct way. It's supposed to be like that. It gives it sort of dimension to the pie. I think it makes it look realistic. Okay. Don't glue the feet on just yet. We're going to want to glue the hands on first, and then we'll do the feet. So then the hands are holding the pie. So this is the way that they show it, where the hands are kind of like one's higher than the other, which is actually kind of cute. So you can go ahead and just put some glue here on the hand, just on the little fluffy hand part. Looks kind of like a weird heart. All right. So there's a premium of space, so be careful about that. So I think I want to pop dot this out so that it gives it a little dimension, but there is a bit of a premium for space here. So you got to kind of figure out how the feet are going to go. So let's do the pop dots, which are actually square. I tried new ones this time. Let's flip this over. I don't have a preference. I just think whatever I can get my hands on. I did notice that these were sort of thinner than what I'm used to working with. So I don't know if maybe I used too thick of ones before. Okay, so we're going to place that sort of right here, right? Sort of up near his face, because we want to be able to put those feet in. And I think I think it's okay if the feet sort of go under the, like onto the tab, because you want to see them, right? You know? So we're going to do this, sort of make him look like he's splayed his feet while he's eating the pie. All right. Here we go. All right. So now we have our three. This is so easy. You're going to be like, really? So we have our three pieces, like just like that. And we're going to take our bottom and we are going to flip it so that the tabs are all facing up like this. Now it's going to close like this, and these tabs are going to meet with these tabs. This is how it's going to go. And then these slits are where the pieces are going to go. If you want to know which way is up, there are 3 slits here and only 2 here. Okay, so this is up. All right, and I'm thinking this is the back. That's the way I've been doing it, is the back. So the black is going to go in, whoops, black's going to go in the back, the furthest most, right? And we're going to pull it through, and then on the bottom, we're going to pull it through. All right, and then we're going to get our glue, and we're going to open up those tabs like this and put glue on either side. So that like really cements this piece in. All right, and this one. You should hold it because you do not want this to come undone, all right? Now, it doesn't really matter if this moves, by the way, while you're waiting, but you do want this to be sort of flat against the bottom, right? And then let's take the front one, the turkey, make sure you put it in the right direction, and we're going to put it in this front 2 tabs, just like this. And this one has those double tabs here, which is for me. All right, so here we go. And we're going to put some more glue there. We're just going to give it a minute so that it sticks. You really want this to stick. So, so be patient, you know, with your glue. Don't be like me. I'm being impatient. I don't know why. There must be, I think that glue has some sort of a, and this is the bottom of the card. It doesn't really matter if you get a little extra glue there. And if you're going to put extra glue, this is where you want to put it. Okay? All right. And then the middle one, the pumpkin one, it's going to, now it's going to face this way, right? Because this is how it's going to close. All right. And there is a slit here, but this does not, according to the card maker, does not have to be secured in the bottom. So what I felt more comfortable doing is actually securing it to the underside of this little tab. So this is what I did. This is where she confused me. So I thought, all right, let me just go back and think about this for a second. And I think this is where I feel like it needs to go. Okay. So now we have the moment of truth here. We're going to separate out and we're going to put our glue on these two tabs, to either the left or the right, doesn't matter. And then we are going to fold this up and over onto the glued tab. Now this is where it gets a little hairy. You're going to want to just kind of get your fingers in there and make sure that they're matching up, okay? And make sure they're matched up like correctly, like not just vertically, but also horizontally. If it helps, I mean, you could get like a little thing in there to get it attached, but it is a little hairy, just so you know. It's a little hairy, and you do need to, you know, be patient with it. I just want to get my fingers in the middle there, but you can't. So do the best you can, all right? And then we're going to just close it up. Now this, I'm told, this card, the way that it is, if you do not make any changes to the size, is rather large. And the person that created it said that there is I think it's an A8 size envelope, which is like a 6 1/4. And that is going to fit in there. 5 by 7, it will not fit. But honestly, I think I would probably, because it's, I don't know, I'd probably put it in a manila envelope. All right. So once you're sure that the glue is really set, the first time you do this, you're going to have to kind of fiddle with it a little bit. But once you get the paper trained, it will work fine. So it's supposed to come down. There we go. It's supposed to come down. You see here? It's supposed to come down like this. So it does take a second the first time you do it to sort of, you just gonna want to fold all those like creases and everything. And then you just press it like this and it goes up here. But still, you know, mine is sitting a little bit low. I don't know if that's supposed to be that way. Maybe it is. I don't know. What do you guys think? See, this one's sitting low too. And this one was not. All right, whoever's sending me messages. So I think maybe it's supposed to like be like that. So anyway, that is our card. Look at, imagine, you know, sending these out, Turkey and Pie and Friends. Oh my. That is just really adorable. And I think that I always say these kinds of interactive cards are wonderful for the elderly, people who might be in nursing homes, or someone like my mother. And which also reminds me of something that I forgot to tell you that I was talking to Wendy about. And that is as part of the card making blitz, we want to do, I figured we might want to do it in the larger area that's Wendy's shop that day. So she suggested that we also incorporate her program of writing to soldiers, where we can come up with addresses so that you can send, if you want to make cards, also make one. from whatever, you know, like for another person, and we'll give you addresses to send them to, so that we might even be able to get, you know, the newspaper to do a piece on us, which is really nice, and it might help our cause. So I thought that would be kind of fun. So that is it for today's, and you know, can you get the pattern? So the pattern is from, hold on just a second, Patricia. Where is the pattern? Yes, it is from this. It's called Fall Market. It is Carta Bella paper, Fall Market, and it comes with all of these really pretty pieces, plus a whole sheet of sticker paper. So I got this at, I'm gonna say I got this at craftdirect.com. I think that's where I got it from. I tend to get most of my pattern paper like in this type of thing there. Now, remember what we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to, hold on just a second. So I'm going to assume that you all maybe picked up one of these collection kits. And if not, that's fine. You can use a paper pad. But these collection kits are really nice. There's like 12 sheets of double-sided cardstock in them. This one here is called Dear Santa. There it is, Dear Santa, Carta Bella. And they give you these 12 double-sided pieces of cardstock plus this whole page of stickers. Now I want to flip it over because I want to show you. There are a couple of pages here that are kind of like, if you're not a scrapbooker, they're kind of like a waste. And you have to be a little bit, here they are. You have to be a little bit like, all right, I'm either going to use the other side of this, or if you want to cut them out, you can make like little picture books and stuff like that. I have so many of them that I generally just don't cut them out, make picture books. So, so that's what's going to happen. So we're going to take this and we're going to, you can use, yeah, you could. Regina's saying, oh, look at this one has a whole thing of tags. So if you want to fussy cut these out, you can make tags from them. That's kind of cute. Although on the back is, you won't be able to put who it's from. But anyway, so we're going to take this and there are many uses for these, obviously. So we're going to take these and make a couple of cards, just basic cards, and we're going to use the stickers on the sticker pad, okay? So thank you, everybody. That's it for today. And I am going to be around if you need me. Make sure you get your name in for the mug press. If you want to win it, you can put your name in twice a day, every day, starting today. And I will see you again tomorrow for this project. Somebody saying they love fussy cutting. I hope you give this or this type of card a whirl. I have to admit, when I first looked at it, I was like, huh? How did that happen? You know? And then as soon as I looked at it, I was like, that's so clever. It's so, so clever. So I hope you do give it a try. All right, everyone, take care. All right? Talk to you later. Bye.